What's up, YouTube? It's Legend Russ, and today I'm here with another Nintendo Switch 2 unboxing. As you can see here, I recently picked up a copy of Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar Premium Edition for Nintendo Switch 2. So, let's get into this unboxing and see what we got going on. So, first things up, I have to admit, this is like the most expensive Story of Seasons I've picked up yet, and I think this is the first one or the second one I picked up on launch. So, surprise there. Anyhow, if you had picked up the normal Switch 1 version and you wanted to upgrade to the Switch 2 version, I believe it is a $10 upgrade. I just went ahead, skipped that, and just said I'm gonna just go ahead and get the Switch 2 version. I actually had it pre-ordered back at my old store before they moved all the pre-orders over, like with most of everything else. And if you would have checked out the previous videos, you would have known I did Star Wars Outlaws for Switch 2, which was a game key card, Funko Fusion for Switch 1. I got this, and I got Daemon X Machina. Now, surprise, surprise, Marvel is putting out games 2 or 3 weeks before another game come out is such a surprise. And both games are on the cartridge. I'm referring to this one and Daemon X Machina. So, that's really nice to see. As you can see, there's that. Now, I believe this is a remake, too, so obviously I would have never had played the initial game, but, you know, you can double check here. The winds of change start with you. Welcome to Zephyr Town, a place of fresh breeze, colorful characters, and a once famous bazaar that has fallen on hard times. You have come to revitalize the farm and bring new products and energy to the bazaar. Get to know your neighbors. Enjoy an idyllic farm life, growing crops and raising animals. Each week, Bazaar offers new opportunities. Return to Grand Bazaar to worldwide fame. One-player TV tabletop handheld mode. Okay. This premium edition contains Story Seasons Grand Bazaar game. A 20-inch by 14-inch full-color fabric poster, 2-disc CD soundtrack, 120-page art book, and a 3x5 sheep plushie, pocket plushie. Okay. So, besides all that being a mouthful, that's really nice and intriguing. Now, like I said, shout out to Marvelous for putting out a third. Now, you gotta think, they had put out 3 games this year, for Switch in particular, that I'm talking about. Most notably being Rune Factory, Guardians of Azuma. It took me a second to remember. This one and Daemon X Machina. All games on a cartridge. That's how you do it. That is how you do it. And that is why I bought both these games. Okay, so here's the plushie pocket, the sheep plushie pocket. I'm really not going to open it up, but as you can see here, this is really nice. I'll open these up though. I'll do that at the very least. The box is interesting. Usually some of their boxes are more like elaborate, like, you know, it's like the game is in one section, then you got this, the art booklet in another section. They just simplified it this time around, I guess. So, okay, so the soundtrack has 33 each, so there are 66 songs in general. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and open this up, but obviously I ain't gonna, you know, mess with this a whole lot or anything. So in the future, I mean, I'm sure someone has already uploaded all the music for the game. So anyone's going to have to find which track in particular they want to listen to. Be my guest, because there are other videos for that. Other than that, like I said, I do like how Marvelous does their stuff. And obviously, me getting ready to open the game once I'm done with the soundtrack. It's nice that it has the, you know, it'll have a manual inside. So let me show off everything as best as I can, because I know a lot of people complain if I don't. So there goes the 2 different soundtracks. So disc 2, disc 1. That looks really nice. There goes the soundtracks right there. Let's show this off real quick. Hopefully I'm able to put this back in the plastic. If I'm not, it's whatever. I'm gonna just show it off real quick. Okay. I'm gonna just lift it up slightly. There we go. These like, I almost call them tablecloths, but they're not tablecloths. Obviously, you better not use these for your table. But that's really nice. Okay, let's take a look at the art booklet real quick. I'm gonna skim through it real quick. So I know a lot of people are gonna complain about that, but hey, it is what it is. There goes some of the characters. I'll just skim through it a little bit more. Some of the animals, the regions, the town, the beta designs for the characters, I'm assuming, and the houses. I wonder how many people will say it looks like Pokemon. Well, not Pokemon, but is it better than Pokemon? Because it kind of does in certain regards. Now, like I said, I don't know how many gigabytes this game is itself, but the fact that they put this on a Switch 2 cartridge is the reason why I picked this up. Plus, it's always nice to pick up a Switch 2 version of a game, considering, you know, you got a new console. So, the red really, I think, goes well with it. Now, as you can see here, there is inside art. So let me pull the okay, so this is the only issue I have with the Switch 2 cases is that because of the red, you know, the red, you can't really see, like if you have cover art, you can't really see it well. It's like, that's like the only thing when it comes to the Switch 2 is that you just don't get a lot of stuff. Like, it's almost better not to have any inside art, because at the very least, it would look, you know, at least you don't have to notice the red in the background of the case blocking out that. Okay, here goes what the game icon looks like. I'm going to go in the eShop real quick. Now, remember, this game is $79.99 currently. I meant to say it's 50. Okay, my fault. It's $59.99. It's $79.99 only because of the additional goodies I got. But obviously don't need the upgrade pack, because I think it's showing the Switch 1 version or something. I don't know. But it does have a couple additional DLCs. If you wanted the digital art booklet, you bought a $19.99 bundle. This is just like little cosmetic stuff. Other than that, I ain't really have much more to say than that. You guys and gals, let me know personally what you think of this game, as with all other Story Season games personally. Other than that, this is Link Legend Russ signing out. And as always, have a nice goddamn day. Goodbye, have a good one, and peace.